Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're heading straight into the rugged heights of the Himalayas to look at the Vaishno Devi pilgrimage, myth, mountain, and modernity. It's an incredible place where ancient mythology, dramatic geology, and cutting-edge infrastructure completely collide. Whether you know the lore by heart or you're just fascinated by how ancient traditions adapt to the 21st century, we're going to unpack the geography, the stories, and the remarkable evolution of this iconic mountain trek. So let's get right into it.
Okay, let's start with this absolutely staggering number, 9.1 million. That is the 91 lakh devotees who made this demanding physical trek in the year 2022 alone. I mean, just let that scale sink in for a second, right? We're not just talking about a popular tourist spot. We are looking at a massive, continuous human migration right up the side of a mountain, completely driven by unyielding spiritual devotion. To really get why millions of people make this journey year after year, we kind of have to understand the geography first. The destination is nestled deep within the Trikuta Mountains in the Riyasi district of Jammu and Kashmir. Trikuta is actually a Sanskrit word, meaning three-peaked. And trust me, this isn't just some gentle rolling hill. It's a steep, seriously rugged mountain range in the Shivalik Himalayas that shoots up to 4,500 meters straight out of the Katra Valley.
The physical reality of this trek is honestly just striking. Let's talk about the geology of the Trikuta Mountains. It's primarily composed of limestone, and it was formed way back during the ancient Precambrian era. And the crazy thing is, as you climb, the whole environment constantly shifts around you. You start down low near these warm pine and oak forests, you navigate past incredibly deep gorges, and eventually you break out into cool, high, grassy meadows. It's this ancient, shifting terrain that serves as the perfect, almost theatrical backdrop for one of India's most deeply rooted mythologies. So before we begin our virtual trek of this limestone giant, let's set the mythological stage with the birth of goddess Vaishnavi. According to sacred stories, she manifested from a blinding white light. This light was actually the combined tejas, or spiritual strength, of three major goddesses, Mahakali, Mahalakshmi, and Mahasaraswati. Created specifically to uphold righteousness, she took human birth down in South India to devoted parents. And from a very young age, she had this insatiable spiritual hunger, meditating with one ultimate goal, merging back into the divine creator.
Now, our 13-kilometer trek breaks down into 4 distinct steps. First, Katra to Banganga. 2, Charanpaduka to Adkuwari. 3, Himakoti to Sanjichat. And finally 4, the Holy Bhawan. Let's walk through it together.
Our journey kicks off at the base camp town of Katra, right at the Darshani Darwaza. The word Darshan basically means view or sight, and this gate gives pilgrims their very first reverent look at the towering Trikuta peaks ahead. It's that powerful, symbolic threshold where the everyday world kind of just melts away, and the sacred journey officially begins.
As we start walking, the mythology directly intertwines with the physical path. Legend says that during her intense meditations, the goddess actually encountered Lord Rama during his exile. Recognizing him as the creator, she asked to merge with him. But Lord Rama told her the time wasn't right. He said, "Wait for the Kali Yuga, when I will incarnate as Kalki." He instructed her to build an ashram at the base of these very hills, and just wait. And, that instruction is the literal reason this specific mountain became her eternal home.
Coming up to an elevation of 2,700 feet, our first major stop is Banganga. The myth tells us that as the goddess was making her way into the hills, her companion, Langurveer, got incredibly thirsty. So, in this miraculous display of power, she simply shot an arrow straight into the ground, and a pure, sacred rivulet sprang out. Today, pilgrims still bathe in these exact waters to purify themselves before they continue the climb. And right here at Banganga is where we see ancient myth collide with modern devotion in a pretty incredible way. Back in 1983, the famed music producer and T-Series founder, Gulshan Kumar, started a free meal service, or prasad, for pilgrims right at this spot. It is a massive logistical undertaking to feed that endless stream of devotees. And remarkably, this vital service is still managed and funded by his family today, giving climbers the energy they absolutely need to keep going. Continuing our climb up to 3,380 feet, we reach Charanpaduka. This is a pristine site, featuring a rock slab that's believed to bear the actual foot imprints of the goddess. But here's the thing, this site isn't just about ancient relics. It perfectly captures the modernization of the trail.
Right alongside those sacred imprints sits a fully equipped modern medical unit operated by the Shrine Board. It's absolutely crucial for ensuring the physical safety of the millions of people making this ascent. Right at the 6-kilometer mark, we hit Ad Kavari and the Garbjun Cave. This is the exact midpoint of our grueling trek, and it's where the mythology takes a really dramatic turn. The goddess's meditative peace was shattered when she was discovered and relentlessly chased into the mountains by a powerful demon named Bhairavnath. To escape him, she had to seek refuge deep within a cave system right here. For 9 full months, she hid inside this pitch-black cave, meditating while being guarded outside by Hanumanji. The physical reality of this space is honestly staggering. It is so incredibly narrow and restrictive that pilgrims today literally have to crawl through it, positioned in the cave in the way an unborn child is in the womb of its mother. It's an intense, physical test of endurance and faith that's said to wash away past sins. Now, trying to manage millions of people crawling through a narrow cave and climbing a steep mountain? Yeah, that requires some massive intervention. The old route through Hathimatha was notoriously steep, super rough, and dangerously crowded with both pedestrians and pack ponies. So, in 1999, the Shrine Board carved out an entirely new alternative route, starting near Ad Kuwari. It's about 500 meters shorter, much wider, strictly bans ponies. And get this, it even features zero-emission battery rickshaws. It's a total game-changer for crowd management. Pushing upward past that alternative route, we finally hit Sunchit at an elevation of 6,200 feet. This is the highest point on the trek to the Bhawan, and it gives you these sweeping, breathtaking, panoramic views of the valley. But even up in these rugged Himalayan heights, the modernity shines through. It features a fully functioning 24-bed medical hospital and boasts an active helipad running rapid transport flights straight from Katra. Descending just a bit from Sanjaki Chat to 5,200 feet, we finally arrive at Mata Ka Bhawan. This is it, the final destination, the epicenter of the entire mountain. According to the lore, it was inside this very cave that the goddess dropped her human form entirely, choosing to engross herself in meditation forever by becoming a rock. So here's the crucial takeaway. When devotees finally step foot inside the cave after 13 kilometers of pure exhaustion, they aren't looking at a carved, man-made statue. They worship the holy pindis. These are 3 distinct heads emerging naturally from a single rock base. And miraculously, even though they share that one base, each head features entirely different colors and geological structures. They perfectly manifest the 3 goddesses Mahakali, Mahalakshmi, and Mahasaraswati, who originally combined to form her. But wait, the story doesn't actually end at the cave. Remember that demon Bhairanath who was chasing her? Well, the goddess eventually took the terrifying form of Mahakali and beheaded him right outside. His head flew over to an adjacent hilltop. Realizing he messed up, the dying demon begged for forgiveness. And in this incredible twist of divine mercy, the goddess granted him a boon, saying, "The pilgrimage of a devotee will be complete only when they have darshan of your temple." Because of that, the actual final stop of the whole journey is a hike up to his temple. Now, let's look at how all of this is building into the future of the shrine. For centuries, the traditional trek has been a grueling 12-kilometer, 5 to 6 hour physical endurance test on foot, but the government has recently kicked off an astonishing 250 crore rupee infrastructure project. They're building a massive future ropeway, a modern gondola system that will bypass the steepest parts of the climb and complete the trip in just 6 minutes. We are literally looking at a ropeway revolution. This 2.4-kilometer gondola cable car system is expected to be completed in roughly 3 years. And by reducing a 6-hour physical climb to a rapid 6-minute ride, this project completely opens up the mountain. It makes the shrine accessible to millions of elderly and disabled devotees who physically never could have made that journey before. Which brings us to a really fascinating crossroads. Historically, the physical struggle of the climb, the crawling, the exhaustion, that was the very proof of a pilgrim's devotion. So as technology turns a 6-hour endurance trek into a 6-minute ride, how does this redefine the spiritual endurance meant to test a pilgrim's devotion? Does modern accessibility dilute the spiritual test, or does it beautifully democratize faith, allowing everyone to finally reach the summit? I'll leave you with that thought. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and keep questioning the world around you.